Well, the current situation in Erbil as a diocese, we are continuing with our programs,
Yes.
of course, pastoral and spiritual programs. We have so many activities when it comes to pastoral catechism with young people, different ages also during the year. Um, of course, the attention also is being given a lot during the last 3 years on Catholic University for Erbil, which is really coming now stronger. Recently, we had the permission from the Minister of Higher Education to go forward on opening new departments: architect, civil engineer, pathology analysis, scientific education,
Right.
which means broadening the perspective of the university, expecting more students. We have a good number of 143 students, Christian, Yazidis, different denominations, and that's really promising. When it comes to Nineveh Plain, unfortunately, the situation is still unstable because the tension between the Iraqi government and the Shabak militias, all of these issues, which has not been solved yet because the Iraqi government issued a declaration that all the Hashid should withdraw, but this was not implemented. This caused some kind of uncertainty among the people of Nineveh Plain, they are really striving to rebuild all of their destroyed houses. Some 3,000 houses are still in needs to be rebuilt again, and people are waiting in Erbil now. Of course, in Mosul, few families, like 30 families, just returned. Those who have jobs already within public service,
Yes.
they had to be there because otherwise they will lose their jobs.
Right.
And I'm sure you are hearing about Baghdad and the south. The protest is already there, closing schools, universities, students demanding change of a government which really have caused a lot of corruption, stealing the country, no services, public services is in a bad shape, no future. So all of this have led the students and the young people without any sectarian thoughts or political thoughts just to go out on the street and say enough of this, change everything. Of course, the government are trying to buy some time, making some decisions here and there, but the young people have different. They are still on Al Tahrir Square, and they said it.
Are you concerned that unrest could spread to the north, to the Nineveh Plain? Is it separated?
It will have its impact on Nineveh Plain. You see, already that part of the country was neglected,
Yes.
and of course, when it comes to these protests, the government being busy there, this would mean that they would be neglected. This would allow probably to some influential malicious mentality to spread probably.
Yes.
This might cause more fear than that people would say. So everyone is cautious really. It's not an easy
No.
situation at all when it comes to that. This instability, and the government is trying just to compromise, but this might have some really negative effect. Thank God until now things is just what we call stable, but that stability is not out of sense of security. No, it's just everyone is cautious. So many people have even tried to put the minimum of investment they can.
Yes.
Some of them were really willing to put more money and to start life again, but after this militia issues, everyone got
Yes.
froze on that issue.
Because you're talking about the Shabak as well, and that issue as well. Because that's become quite.
Yeah, but the Shabak people, they were there.
Yes.
I mean, before ISIS, we were together. I
Yeah.
mean, there was really a good life, dialogue of life between these communities. But before the ISIS, some pro-Iranian, people approached the Shabak, and wanted to strengthen the Shia presence,
Radicalized some of it.
radicalize that part. But before that, the communication and the relationship with the Shabak was fine. Some of them even they speak our language fluently.
Right.
You cannot distinguish who is Christian or not. But unfortunately, they politicize all of these issues and they cause that division. And even, for example, in the recent what we call Shia religious events, Bartella was closed
Yes.
because they can't. There is this marching. Or these types
Yes.
were never seen in Bartella.
Yes. And just about this conference, how helpful is it to you, this kind of conference, and what do you hope to take from it?
Well, having all of these people
Yeah.
together shows that first the persecution is really a serious issue. It's not about one church, it's not about one group, it's not about one country. You could tell so many people coming from different countries. So yes, Christianity is the largest persecuted religion today. And sharing the stories with each other, difficulties, and sometimes you say, oh gosh, those people are suffering more than we do. So you feel sympathy with people who are really probably living worse situation in that sense. I have to give a credit to the Hungarian government to take this approach, to contact the people directly, listen attentively to their needs, try to meet with the limited financial resources that they have, and they have made a change. I could tell you, they have made a big change. Speaking, for example, of Teleskov, a village that was fully alive again with only $2 million. It's really a miracle. Where you go now, you find families, and because we had families in Teleskov, we were able to protect it when all of this hashid came later on after the Kurdish referendum, because everyone stopped at that border because there were families there. No, these conferences is really alerting. It's a way of raising the awareness, not just raising awareness, but telling the people, yeah, people have been persecuted because of they believe in Jesus Christ.
And what message would you give the American audience and the Trump administration? How have they been? What more could they do?
I would also say, frankly, this is the first time an American administration comes so straightforward on this issue, and that's really encouraging. And if some people would say, well, probably this would cause you some problems, no one is really at hand. I mean, despite all of these direct statements from the president and vice president, no one have attacked Christian. In fact, everyone knows, yes, that's a reality there. So I would also be looking for more action on the ground, not just statements, but more support in a way that would make Christians really able not just to strive but to thrive on that, because people want also to stay home and to build their homes and to be part of the whole future of the country. So not everyone wants to leave. So those who wants to leave, they have their own reasons, and God bless them. I really sympathize with all of their reasons. But there are other people who would like to stay and who would like to do something good for the community, being there for education, being there for health, being there as a reconcile. Because we were able to tell our brothers and sisters Muslims that the emerging of Qaeda and ISIS and Khalifa state, all of this meant that there is a crisis in Islam, and you have to address it. You have to really to speak about it and to name it as it is, and we will be willing to help you with that. We are not here we are here to forgive, but at the same time really to help in that sense, because for 1,400 years, that was always the task and the mission of the Christians. Be people of reconciliation, bridges of dialogue. So I would hope to see more of these strong support on the ground, not just on political, but no, when it comes to some practical issues. And yeah, I could say it with confidence, and Christmas is just start to be there. And
So you've
the
seen
persecuted families had to travel all the way from Palestine to Egypt. So it's not a new story for us, but still we could at least offer a place for the family to stay.
but you've seen an improvement from the Trump administration over the past 3 years.
Yeah.
It's become more.
I must be frank. Yes, over the last 6 months, at least something concrete is coming. That, thank God, we are going to implement with Catholic Relief Service now a project to help 3,000 families with multi-cash funds a month, and this would really help those still families who are in Erbil. We would open soon also with the Catholic University of Erbil developing project when it comes to English, computer and Kurdish language in Ankawa and in 2 places, in Ankawa and Tuluskov, and we hope for more where for a project that would address these kinds of needs. But personally also I would like to call other universities and newly graduate students to come and share with us months, probably a year, as we have so many young people from America coming and helping the local churches
On exchange programs.
exchange programs. We have had some good young people from America who came and spent a period of time to teach in our schools and be with the community, part of a choir. This just to feel the whole atmosphere. Looks like that you are in a church that's trying really to be there and to be alive.
And just lastly, what can the average, the American Catholic or anyone else, what can they do to help you? What appeal would you like to make to them individually?
I would ask for their prayers. I would ask for their voice, to be a voice for the persecuted Christians, to raise awareness, and for those who would be able to give any donation to any charitable organizations. And you have, like Knights of Columbus, Aid to the Church in Need, you have Catholic Relief Service, you have so many of them. You could also give directly to the people. You could adopt a study of a student at Catholic University of Erbil. You could adopt a poor family on monthly basis. There are different ways, and we are willing to open this direct communication between any family, any church, any parishes, with any parishes there. I'm willing to do that just to feel the brotherhood in Christ together.
Anything else?
Happy and blessed Christmas to all.
Great.